may have come and gone with Governor Fubara as the authentic governor, but the facts still resonate in our hearts. Since 1999, Nigeria's democracy was fondly described as nascent. Now, near maturation, what Architect Toye Cole, the APC governorship candidate in the 2023 election, demonstrated was not only unique, but unprecedented. In less than 2 minutes broadcast in his verified social media handle, he conceded defeat, congratulated the governor, and offered hands of fellowship to work with the governor and other well-meaning Rivers people to take Rivers State to promised land. Today on the program, we shall be talking to a Nigerian billionaire businessman, co-founder and former executive director of Sahara Group, an energy conglomerate with operations spanning the entire energy chain in Nigeria and neighboring West African countries. My guest was the APC governorship candidate in the 2023 general election, Architect Toye Cole. Well, you can watch us live on our social media handles on YouTube at Rstv Online, on Facebook and Instagram at Rstv Online, PH Online. And also on our TV channels, you can watch us on GoTV channel 142 and Star Times channel 113. My name is Solomon Nelson Braid. We'll take a short break, and when we return, the conversation will begin. Stay with us. Stewardship with SNB. Well, my guest has made himself a hero because of the decision he took for peace and tranquility and, of course, the progress of Rivers State. My guest is no other person than Architect Toye Cole, MNI, 2023 Rivers APC governorship candidate. Architect Toye Cole, thank you for joining us on the program.
Solomon, big pleasure coming here today.
All right. This, I believe, is the first time you've been on RSTV since you're live.
It is, and not by lack of a desire to be here.
Okay.
But I think things are changing in Rivers State.
Okay.
And that's where we're headed.
All right. Okay, let me begin this way. What mental picture did you have before the Supreme Court ruling was made public? What mental picture did you have?
So, for me, I knew that we had a very good case, and I knew it could go anyway. But I also knew that when you're at the Supreme Court level, it's a 50-50.
Okay.
So
you win or you lose.
You win or you lose. You
Okay.
win or you lose. And so that's the mental picture I had. I knew that I could come out victorious, but I also knew that I could come out not victorious.
Not victorious. All right. Let's take a listen to you when you made a broadcast hours after the Supreme Court ruling. Let's take a listen.
My dear people of Rivers State, I acknowledge the recent Supreme Court pronouncement of Governor Similari Fubara's victory in the governorship election. As a committed Democrat, I respect the rule of law and therefore pursue the electoral process diligently. Regardless of the outcome, my belief in democracy and service to the people remains unwavering. I accept the court's decision without reservation, understanding that it aligns with what God wants at this time. Our collective goal is peace and a conducive environment for growth. I pledge to collaborate with all well-meaning individuals in and out of government to revive Rivers State to a place where commerce and development thrives and people can live harmoniously in peace. This has been my primary motivation in the political process, and nothing has shaken my resolve in that regard. Congratulations to Governor Sim Fubara on his victory. I extend my hand of fellowship to the government and people of Rivers State for a brighter future. God bless you. God bless Rivers State. God bless Nigeria. My dear people of Rivers State, I acknowledge the recent Supreme Court pronouncement of Governor Similari Fubara's victory in the governorship election. As a committed Democrat, I respect the rule of law and therefore pursue the electoral process diligently. Regardless of the outcome, my belief in democracy and service to the people remains unwavering. I accept the court's decision without reservation, understanding that it aligns with what God wants at this time. Our collective goal is peace and a conducive environment for growth. I pledge to collaborate with all well-meaning individuals in and out of government to revive Rivers State to a place where commerce and development thrives and people can live harmoniously in peace. This has been my primary motivation in the political process, and nothing has shaken my resolve in that regard. Congratulations to Governor Sim Fubara on his victory. I extend my hand of fellowship to the government and people of Rivers State for a brighter future. God bless you. God bless Rivers State. God bless Nigeria.
Stewardship with SNB. All right, architect, could confirm you were the one there.
I think it looks like me.
It looks like you. It's exactly you.
It was me.
Okay, all right. The question would be, you conceded, you congratulated, and also offered to work with the governor to move River State forward.
Absolutely.
What was your motivation, or what is your motivation?
Okay, so the first aspect of it is the kind of politics that I met in River State 6-7 years ago was a politics that makes it extremely difficult for development. It was a winner take all. Every loser must be totally finished economically. So if you had any kind of business that was going here and you went into politics and you did not win, that business must die. It did not make sense, because first, you are Rivers people. Second, the people you employ here are citizens of Rivers State, whether they believe in politics or not. Third, that development stays no matter what. And so we must change the type of politics that we have. So that was the first motivation. I thought the politics was too toxic.
Okay.
And we had to dilute it.
You have to change the narrative.
We did.
Okay. All right. So the other part of it, you offered to also help the government make progress.
Absolutely.
How do you intend to do that?
No, well, that's very simple. On all sides of a political divide, all sides, you have people that have the heart of the state there, and they're able to develop it. So the first aspect is that we need to have a development plan that captures what Rivers State can be, whether it's APC in power, whether it's PDP in power, or whoever comes into power. So there must be a development plan, and this requires that all stakeholders, regardless of political party, come together and design this process. And I believe that that's something that Governor Sim Fubara can do easily. Call stakeholders, put them in the room, just ask all of us to bring the best that we have, our best ideas, and put it forward. And I think that would help. It will help.
All right. What many have wondered is how you're able to face defeat with a smiling face. How did you do that?
That's all. So two things. The first
ordinarily, sorry to cut in, ordinarily some persons would have been angry that, oh, after all my effort, I didn't still win at the Supreme Court. They wouldn't even bother to congratulate the victim.
I agree.
Or something.
I agree.
Yeah.
So first, my faith plays a big part in that. You do everything that you can. You work extremely hard, put your all in it. But you always know that ultimately, power comes from God. Ultimately. So at the end of the day, if you have done all and you know that you have done your best and it doesn't come your way, then you know that there is something that you do not know, but your Supreme Being knows. And if God decides that it's not your turn, it's not your turn, you move on. He has a better thing for you tomorrow. So there's no, I'm satisfied I did everything within my power, but God thought otherwise, and I'm okay with that.
Okay, I think this your journey to governing River State started in 2018.
Yes.
When you first indicated interest to become governor of River State.
That's correct.
You were relatively unknown, am I correct? A lot of people were saying, which is Toyiko.
I agree. I agree.
So, in spite of your business empire, you were relatively unknown. But tell us how you were able to transition from the new kid on the block to the now star boy.
Solomon, every problem has a solution. So as a business person, problem solver, what we do is you look at the problem and you figure out how best to solve it. Coming into 2018, we heard, oh, nobody knows you and all of that. So I sat down, thought about the problem and said, what's the best way to overcome this problem? And the best way was to go local government by local government, ward by ward, unit by unit. It was extremely stressful. I was told then that that is not politics. Politicians don't go like that. You just go to the local government center, headquarters, and you call a rally, and the politicians will call people from their wards, and they will come to the rally. And then they will go back and say, no. That's not how you get to know the people. If you want them to know you, and you want to know them, go to their houses. And so we did unit by unit. It was incredible. I discovered Rivers State in a way I never knew before. And the Rivers people began to take notice. And that's where we are today. I'm grateful for that.
All right. Take a look at the screen where you and the governor, control room, please assist us with that video. There was a show of camaraderie between you and the governor when you met at the RCCG convention. Let's take a look at it before we can ask you questions on it. Take a look at that. I want to ask you, this was at the RCCG convention ground. What was it you were whispering to the governor?
No.
What was you whispering to you?
Solomon,
Rivers people would like to
everybody
know.
wants to know what
This
you
is the first
said.
step of the hands of fellowship you're extending.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we would accept that that's a hand of fellowship.
Okay.
But what we said, that's the case.
But you know, don't blame us if we probe further to know what exactly you were, because he was actually agreeing to what you were whispering to him. I need to whisper to him.
Agreed.
Let's take a look at it again. Take a look at it again. Control room, please assist us. That's a show of friendship, unity, love. You know, it doesn't really show that this was a main challenger at the Supreme Court. It's as if you're already his party man. That's what Rivers people actually want, so that Rivers State can move forward. But what I want to ask, take a look at it. Yeah, you are whispering to each other. Yeah, look at it. So, could you just tell us? Let's have an insight to what you were actually telling.
No. What I would
Is
say,
it a secret or something?
No, you know, there are certain things at this level that we keep amongst ourselves. But one thing I can assure you is that you have a peaceful spirit on the other side of the fence. We are both people that believe in peace. It doesn't mean that if hard decisions need to be taken, that it will not be taken. But one thing that I'm sure about is that the man who has assumed the role of governor today is a man of peace. And the one thing that I said, and I believe, is that we have offered a hand of fellowship. You are the governor. It's in your responsibility at this point to accept it. We can't force it. But be sure that it's there.
So despite the optics, what is the response on the other side? This your hand of fellowship you're extending.
I think it's being considered. It's being considered.
You haven't been, you're waiting to be invited?
No, we have to be. We have to be. We make the offer because, you know, there are different reactions that you can take to a Supreme Court ruling. You can deny it, you can instigate that your people come out and they wreak all sorts of havoc, saying that it's not the right thing, oh, the mandate was stolen, it was this, it was that. We can do all of that. But that's not going to bring development. The last thing is to say, look, that is done. Let's move forward. And here we are as a block, and a very serious block in Rivers State. Very serious block across all wards, across all units. But we're here. Are we ready to sit down and work together? We've made the offer. Now it's up to the government to call.
Well, many of the opinion that you lost at the Supreme Court first at the lower court, the appeal court, and the Supreme Court, because you didn't enjoy the support of your party men. Is that correct?
You know, there are certain things that are obvious, and these are obvious questions. For whatever reason, which only the APC at the headquarters can answer, they decided to pull out. Now, when that
so you were on your own?
Definitely, it was clear. But when that was done, we had two choices. And the choice that we selected was that this has to go all the way to the end, because we are representing a people that believe. You know, I said to you that we went word to word and went unit to unit. I know what the Rivers people were determined.
Architect Toyiko, did you forget that we are not operating independent candidacy in Africa and in Nigeria?
At all.
When your party withdrew interest in the case, why did you fight on?
No, it doesn't take away your right. You know, there are many things within our constitution that are beautiful. And because money plays such a huge role, and you can induce people to do all sorts of crazy things.
Okay.
The government, the Nigerian constitution, then envisaged that this can happen. And so the law says that even if they take the right from you as an individual, you have the right to continue. They cannot take your right. And that's what we stood on.
So you fought on to the end?
We fought on all the way.
All right. The next question may be shocking to you, but I know that you are ready for me.
Fire away.
All right. It is rumored that your father, Ambassador Patrick Deleko, is a close friend to Mr. President. I'm talking about Tinubu. Am I correct?
Very correct.
All right. Why did you not take advantage of that relationship for your political benefit?
Okay. Not only is my father a very close friend of President Tinubu, I grew up literally, we've known each other, the President and I have known each other since I was a very little boy.
Okay.
And so these things, if it then should tell you that if things did not turn out positive for us, then there are other considerations that go beyond friendship and beyond relationship. And those considerations, only President Tinubu can come to say, but that's what politics is about. I always used to say to him, whenever I met the President, that look, in terms of the politics of what you are doing, the optics of going with Wike and all of that, that I understand the politics behind it, but I do not agree that it is the right way. Okay, I understand the politics.
Yeah.
I understand that you believe that that's the way that you need to win River State, but I don't agree with it. And that what I know is that you do not need that agreement for us to win River State. I said that over and over again, but there's something about the way that you can publicize your own superiority that people will believe. So that was just the politics, and we take it like that.
Your party, the APC, is fractionalized in River State. Different executives and different leadership. Which of the parties or leadership or executive do you belong to?
You know, I've always been with, I was brought in by Rotimi Amechi, and in terms of faction, when we say factions and all of that within the APC, then there's a Rotimi Amechi faction, and there's I think it's Tony Okocha or whoever is the faction now. But even within that today, what you're announcing is that a caretaker committee has been formed. Within that caretaker committee, you have factions inside there. And I kind of believe, right, that it has always been a deliberate ploy to fractionalize and divide APC such that the opposition in APC in River State will be weak. Prior to this, we managed to fight that process and bring a unified APC onto the platform. And that's what we had before this new arrangement has come in. So we continue, we soldier on.
All right, we're talking to the main challenger at the Supreme Court, Architect Toyin Cole, MNI, the 2023 River State APC governorship candidate. We'll take a short break, and when we return, the conversation will get hotter. Stay with us. Stewardship with SNB. Stewardship with SNB. around our society. Today we have Architect Toye Cole, MNI, 2023 Rivers APC governorship candidate with us in the studio. And on this segment, we will take more of your calls, and so the telephone lines, I believe the control room should be displayed on your TV screen, and then one for SMS and the other for calls, so that our viewer can call us and have their say, because this program is for them. Without you, we can't be here. And so call us and tell us what you think, whether Architect Toye Cole has done the right thing or not. You know it. You are the people that are viewing us. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my brother.
Good afternoon. May we know who is talking to
Yes,
us?
my name is Andy.
Surveyor Andy. Thanks for joining us. All right. Thank you for joining us. All right.
First and foremost, I want to thank Reverend Cole, Chief Director, this with you today.
Okay.
I appreciate you, and I pray for God to bless you.
Okay.
You have demonstrated leadership, you have demonstrated capacity. Right from 1999 to today, I'm not seeing when the leader comes to congratulate the winner. It has always been 5-5-5-5.
Even after the Supreme Court? Even after the Supreme Court?
Even after the Supreme Court. So this one congratulated him, came to the church, heard him, talked to him, whispered something to his ears, and we are laughing. I'm so happy.
Thank you very
much. I want to come to Toye Cole as a leader, because a leader now, even before now. There are two pockets of community in the state, especially the relationship between the Minister of Assembly and the government.
Yes.
I'm not so happy with what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing. I see the Rivers Assembly wants to control the governor of Rivers State. I want to see how he can interfere and bring the people in the Rivers Assembly to respect the government. Respect and elected and declared government. He has the powers. He has been given the money. Let there be peace in Rivers. Let him also extend that relationship to some other stakeholders of Rivers State to deal with the bad thing. Because we cannot control the thing like this. Rivers State news as soon as the next program with 5 police we control from January to December. From December we continue. Other states are not like that. Look at all the states of the position.
It's all right.
They are peace.
All right.
They are doing this thing.
It's okay.
You have made your point. You have made your point. Let's allow others to.
I'm a surveyor. Please.
Thank you.
We can work together.
You're
My number is shown there. You can take my number.
You are asking for employment.
I'm looking at the state as happy.
All right, thank you.
Thank
Thank you so much. I think those who are seeking for employment should write directly to the office, not to use our medium to achieve it. All right, but it's interesting that taking a cue from, okay, before I throw you another question, let's hear from this caller. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Okay, Prince, thanks for joining us.
Yes, I really appreciate the great man that is there with you. Okay.
Your voice is swallowed. Could you be audible?
Yeah, I said I really appreciate the young man that is there with you.
Okay.
For his good work and the basic coming together to work with the current administration. It's a nice one.
Okay.
I just want them to see how they can move Rivers State forward, because if you follow what is going on today, Rivers State is getting divided, which is not what we want in our state. I want to encourage him and pray that God will give him more wisdom to work together with the governor and other state men in the state. Here we can move the state.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Prince, thank you so much. Yeah, let's take a cue from the first caller who talked about the lingering imbroglio between the State Assembly and that of the Executive Council. You are factional spokesman, Darlington Woju, had also maintained that the defected members of the State Assembly remain illegitimate members of the House. Do you share that sentiment?
You know, from a legal perspective, that issue has not been vacated, neither has it been addressed. So legally, Darlington is correct. Okay. From a legal perspective. Now, there was a presidential political solution that has not addressed the legal issue. So that has to be addressed. Either it still has to be addressed. So that's an open position.
All right, you go ahead. Okay, we have a caller here. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Dr.
Your name is what? Oh, be audible, be audible. Speak to the phone. Okay, Basil.
Yeah, I really want to appreciate our man, all
right.
On the logical conclusion. Yeah, he's behind it. I want to advise you for one thing. The person that made it to lose the election, has come back to APC again. Should be careful.
Say that again.
The person that
made it to lose the election.
Did anybody make him lose election, or was it at the Supreme Court, you mean?
Yes. I'm talking about.
Who was it?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know.
You don't know?
We can't guess.
Is that an assumption or something?
So they should learn to each other. You have to get it.
That's guesswork.
All right. Thank you. We take note of the sentiments you have expressed. Thank you so much. Maybe you want to respond to one or two things that they're saying.
Well, so
the man who made you lose election.
I don't know. That's very speculative. So it will be difficult for me to answer.
Yeah.
But what he's saying, if I heard right, is that just be careful about those who are coming back into APC.
Yeah.
And I think we're changing the narrative of politics in River State, and that's one of the primary goals that we're here to move, which essentially means that, and I think the second or first caller narrated, I think it was the first one who said that River State is the only place after elections, campaign and politics is still running, people are still fighting each other. We need to change that. And one way of changing that is to heal wounds. So whoever is coming back to APC, we have to find a way to heal.
Right, let's hear from this caller. Hello, good afternoon. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Sayala.
Your name is what?
Yala.
My name is Sayala.
Okay.
Sayala.
Sayala, thanks for joining us.
In fact, this is one of the best programs that watched recently on Rstv.
Okay.
Let me first appreciate that gentleman. I've not met him before. But I want to say that in politics of River State, I've not seem to find them similarly.
Hello?
Lost.
Hello? Oh, we lost him. Oh, dear. Please call us back. You're trying to make very salient points, but the network providers will not allow you. Please call us back. Hello, good afternoon. Could you turn down the volume of a TV set, or you move away from it?
Yeah. I'm Nicholas Dick.
Okay, Nicholas?
Yes, Nicholas Dick, I'm calling from Bacana.
All right, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, the aspirant, architect,
He has progressed from aspirant to candidate too. He was a candidate.
Like that. The picture seems like anything like, operating for him to fight to this moment and accept his defeat. So it's good.
Okay.
God be with you,
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. All right. Well, while we're waiting for more calls, let's quickly read an SMS that came our way. Good afternoon, SMB and His Excellency Toinko. My name is Moses. I want to appreciate your bravery and humility. The Rivers people are proud of you. We hope you really help the governor and also be a close friend to him. Just like you said, we hope your word is your bond. That's what he meant, bond. All right, that's coming from Moses. Thank you so much, Moses. My guest is also hearing you. Let's hear from a caller here. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, your name?
Emeka calling from Port Harcourt.
Emeka calling from Port Harcourt. Emeka, thanks for joining us on the program.
You're welcome. I appreciate the guest.
Okay.
His Excellency. When he's talking, he shows humble spirit.
Okay.
I believe that one day when we go to the government.
All right.
When we talk, he's my mentor.
Okay.
Because community, I believe that one day God will surely make me governor. And also, be humble and level, God will exalt you.
Thank you, Emeka.
All right,
Thank
Emeka,
you.
thank you so much for your thoughts. Well, telephone lines are still buzzing. They're coming in because without you, we can't be here. And call us and have your say on the program. Who is the leader of APC in River State?
So I'm very silent, quiet, decided to go into the background. CRA Rotimi Amechi continues to be the leader of APC in River State.
But he's not calling the shots.
No.
The FCT minister is calling the shots.
No. The FCT meetings we don't know which party he's in. He's not a member of APC. Okay? He has set up a factional APC, which is a caretaker APC.
Does he have any right to set up a factional
No,
APC
he doesn't.
when he's not a member of APC?
No, he doesn't.
So how did you
That's why I
achieve
just
it?
said, you said he's not a member. Now, he had an arrangement with the president, and that arrangement saw him as a minister. And again,
Would you describe that arrangement as anomalous?
no. I've always said, and I maintain, that the president has absolute right to appoint anybody. So we have never been against it. That's his prerogative, 100%, and that's what he did. No problem there. But as far as APC is concerned, I am the candidate of APC, a veritable leader of APC, and I am not in Wike's camp of PDP. So I cannot go into PDP and start doing anything that I want. So we must respect party lines. Now, in River State, for some reason, nobody has seen this kind of politics. Everyone is watching it and trying to understand. So people are, what's going on? Who are we? Where are we? Are we here? And I said, just stay where you are. There is no decision regarding APC that will happen in this state that will not be consulted. None. Until we decide that, either I decide that I'm no longer APC or I'm APC, nobody can take me away. We're here.
Would it be correct to say that your faction, which is the Rotimi Amechi's faction of the APC, is planning to collapse into Labour Party?
No.
What is true?
Nobody has said that. We're here. We're in APC. Nobody can take us away.
But there are rumors
No, forget the rumors.
that the recent romance between Rotimi Amechi and that of Oti, or the governor of Abia State, who is from the Labour Party. That's what people are insinuating.
That's people who don't know their history. They were schoolmates from University of Port Harcourt. They've been friends for years, and close friends, very close friends from University of Port Harcourt. Oti is my friend as well. We've been friends for years, long before politics. We were business. He was a banker. I was in business. Nah, anybody saying that else doesn't know the history.
All right, we have more callers here. Hello, good afternoon.
No, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. May we know your name?
My
And where
name
you're calling from?
My name is Stephen. I'm calling from the level.
Okay, Stephen, thanks for joining us.
I based your guest in the studio.
Pleased to meet you, Steve. Go ahead.
There's something I learned from our leader. So I was a supporter of Manu Abe, and Oeko was on the other side of ADP, contesting alongside with our current governor that we have today.
Okay.
It is something we the youth are learning from people like this as our leader. I love he said the bold step he took by embracing the outcome of the Supreme Court. What we are learning from our leaders in River State particularly, when there is a court judgment, you will see that they will still escalate more problems in the state, causing more crises among the youths that are following them. And these are the things the youths are following in politics as a do or die affair. So I want to say kudos to Toyoko, who has embraced peace. I want to urge him to at least work well with the sitting governor to make sure the youth of Rivers people benefit from the resources of Rivers State. By doing that, I believe those that are looking for the downfall of this state I believe that by doing that, for Rivers people to enjoy the dividends of democracy in Rivers State, it will pay them for them to work together. So I want to urge you to please do well by making sure Rivers people enjoy from what we have suffered for. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Steve, for sharing.
Thank you very much, Steve.
All right, you are a businessman, Architect Onyeko, a businessman turned politician. How do you get to know that the money you spend is working for you in politics?
Okay. So first, a couple of years ago, I sat down with former President Obasanjo. In fact, he was still president at the time. And I was having an argument with him between the difference in business, influencing politics, right, and being in politics to influence policy. Okay? Now, I felt at that time that as a business person, the money that we were bringing to make a difference, that we were using it more assiduously than what politics and politicians were doing. And he sat down and he said something to me. I never forgot it. He said, you know, if you really want to help people and you want to make a difference, you cannot do it from outside politics. You must come inside politics and let your money speak for you inside politics. But if you want to be doing it from outside, you move forward one, you move back two. I did not quite agree with him then. But as the years went by and I started seeing how politics was moving, I realized that if we really wanted to make a difference, we had to come inside politics. And that's what I found out. So today, all the money I made, I mean, I spent a lot in this election, but that notwithstanding, I sit back and I know that it's money well spent. Because if you hear your callers, just take a very simple example of people who normally would have been ready to go and continue fighting. The state would have not progressed. But now you're seeing people saying that, I like this is different. It was money well spent.
All right, money well spent. All right, there's a right caller. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, my name is Abraham Ebini.
Abraham, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. I want to truly appreciate Onyeko for his effort, more especially for him not to have given us even after this party abandoned the case.
Okay.
And also he has said the president for the government for Nigeria to use for independent candidates. Majority of all supporters for ECO not because we are APC members. Majority person, not person supported candidates of their choice. The issue of it must be you must be a PDP member, you must be an APC member before you support a candidate should be erased in the mind of the people if we want to live as one person. You know, because most times you look at the candidate and you say, this person has a good ideology. I want it to be my governor. Sometimes you see that if you support the person, you try to make people their vote. They look at you as you are not their party member, not when you don't belong to any party. So I so much thank you for setting such precedent. May God bless it and may God give him wisdom. And it should also continue its role in ensuring that Rivers State will become a very good state for the country.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much. Our callers are full of praises for my guest. What next? What else do we expect? A man who did not continue to fight after the election and after the Supreme Court. We have a caller here. Good afternoon. Hello? Hello? Oh, we lost it.
You know, Solomon,
yes.
That was a very interesting point.
Okay.
I hadn't paid attention to that aspect, but I know that very recently, I believe that the laws were changed, electoral laws, very recently to allow independent candidates.
Okay, in Nigeria?
In Nigeria. Okay, I think so. I heard it, so I've not verified it. But what he's saying...
The electoral laws, has it really allowed for independent candidates?
I heard it recently. I need to verify.
Maybe we need to dig deep and then find out.
Because
I think it will be a good one in our polity.
I think so.
It will be a good one in our polity.
Interesting.
Very interesting. All right, we have another caller here. Good afternoon. Hello. Hello. Okay, those who cannot reach us on our telephone lines can please send SMS and we'll read them out here for us all to benefit. Good afternoon. Hello? Hello? Okay, that's a child's voice, maybe enjoying our conversation here. All right, the greatest challenge facing the state is widespread underemployment and unemployment. If you come face to face with Governor Fubara, what will you tell him to do in this direction?
So the first aspect is that we have to encourage businesses to come back. In fact, even before encouraging businesses to come back, we have to stop businesses leaving.
Okay.
There's been an exodus of businesses. Now, with business, what you need to know as a businessman, first and foremost, is that if my business stays, will it be safe? Will it be profitable? So the first assurance that Governor Siminalayi Fubara has to give rivers, indigenous citizens, people who live here, is that our business approach is different. Now we want you to stay. Now, the way to make them stay is that you have to encourage them to come and let us have an interaction. What are your pain points as businesses? What is it that government can do, or what has government been doing that has not been favorable to you, which has caused you and your colleagues to leave? What can we do? So there must be very deliberate action to stop businesses going. Now, once you can do that, and do it very quickly in the short term, you must be a business-oriented government now, because unemployment is rife, poverty is crazy. Okay. Be business-oriented.
All right. Did you feel threatened when the former governor of the state, Nyesom Wike, accused you and your friend, one-time governor Rstv, of that slipping government assets into your hands, Rstv slipping government assets to your hands wrongfully, and he threatened litigations and all of that?
No.
Did you feel threatened?
No, at all. First and foremost, every transaction that we did was there for public consumption. I was never worried about it, and I always said...
But you didn't state your own side of the story.
No, because there was no need. It's like me coming to the camera and coming to decide and say that I'm not a man. And you're looking at me and you see that I am a man. No, there was no need. That was purely politics. I said there's a Freedom of Information Act. Anybody who was ready to go and look at that document would see it. Everything was clear. EFCC did the investigation, cleared us. Everybody, Nigerian police, all they did. But beyond that, every documentation is sitting down at Ministry of Justice or go and check for it. So I was never worried, not once. I knew that there was no evidence, that there was
because
no case.
We were wondering that neither you nor Amici replied to him.
Truly, there was no need. It was so political on his end. Right. Purely political.
All right. Hello, good afternoon. Could you turn down the volume of your TV set? We want you to turn down the volume of your TV set. Good afternoon. We can only converse if... All right.
The most treated some level of maturity. But in the statement we have made, we believe that what we have gotten, we are telling us we said, having all the parties so that is within the disclosure and we done everything, and yet it didn't do work for me. He said that there must be a force that has a level of factors that we don't know. We must submit to the thing like the will of God. I really appreciate that. And I want to encourage you also that this government is of God, like a moment, and see what will come out of it.
All right,
thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. The state has been embroiled in political crisis since the beginning of Governor Fubara's administration. As a Rivers son, and as one who aspired to occupy that position, what would be your recommendations for Governor Fubara to achieve lasting peace?
Absolutely. So, had I become governor, I would have been in exactly the same situation that Governor Fubara is in. Exactly. Nothing would have been different. It would have been exactly the same.
Why do you think so?
Okay. Because essentially, the same House members would be the same House members.
All right. The dancers are the same. The drummers are also the same.
The same.
All right.
So I would have been in exactly the same situation. So what would I have done? The first aspect of it, what I would have done in that aspect would have been to first call all of these gentlemen, bring them together, everybody inside this room. Let us come and sit down and let us decide where exactly do we want to go in this state. There are people who are hungry, there are people who are dying. They belong to you, they belong to me. We have to either decide today that we're going to walk in the same direction, or we're deciding that we're not walking in the same direction. But we must decide. Put everybody inside that room, lock that room, nobody is going out until we agree. Your house members and the executive. There's the legislature, 3 arms. Let us now decide how we want to move this state forward. But you cannot be going your way, I'm going my way, and pretend that things are going to work. If we don't talk, it can't work.
There will be no peace.
No, there won't be. We must enter that room.
So what are you suggesting?
Enter the room. He must
Round table.
yeah, they have to enter that room. And they have to agree. Because the way it is, and the way it's going, until and unless a very sensible conversation is had that has Rivers State at the center of that conversation, we're going to have trouble for the next couple of years, and we don't need it. They don't need it. Nobody needs this fight.
The Minister of the FCT, who is also the former governor of Rivers State, is greatly blamed for all the crisis in Rivers State. Do you share the same sentiment?
I don't know about greatly blamed. I know that he's a stakeholder in Rivers State, and being a stakeholder in Rivers State, he must be at the table to talk. And if he's not there to talk and he's causing problems within the state, then he must answer for the problems within the state. So everybody, you see, at this point where we are, we have various stakeholders. And all those stakeholders have to agree that this is how we are going. You have older stakeholders from Ada George to Odili to Celestia Omeya to Amechi to Wike, and the newer stakeholders like Sim and myself. Everybody to the table.
Everybody to the table. That's how a peace can be achieved in Rivers State. We have an SMS here. Good afternoon, SMB, and His Excellency Tony Cole. My name is Barry C. I want to ask His Excellency, you congratulated Governor Fubara and giving us the speech of helping the governor. Do you think it is it sits well
with us
or something? There's something missing. The Rivers State people, we don't buy your story, sir. If you were sure that Governor Fubara won from the onset, why take him to court and cause part of his crisis? You cannot hide under your smiling face. I feel your intentions are not genuine. Thank you. Respond to it.
Beautiful. I can't remember his name. Barry C. Barry C. First and foremost, right, I respect the fact that we would always have people who have other opinions, and that's what life is about. If everybody agrees with you, you can never correct yourself. If everybody agrees with you, we can never move forward. So one, I agree that you are fully entitled to your position, just as I am with mine. But I've said mine, me, I'm as genuine as you can. The first aspect of it, why go to court? You must go to court. You must. Because at the end of the day, you have to defend your right. When it doesn't come out your way, you accept it and you move on. But the fact that you went to court does not mean that you agreed from the beginning that the fight was unfair or fair. No, I had my right and I exercised the right of the Rivers man that I am till the end.
All right. We have another SMS here. Tony Cole is the hero of this whole political season in Rivers State. I admire his courage and doggedness. The people that fought for him during the election and forced themselves on Rivers people are now brick house and minister without peace. Our governor will never be a houseboy and no peace for the weekend. My name is Son Melody from Port Harcourt. Well, different people have different opinions.
It's life.
Well, we'll take 1 or 2 calls and then draw the curtains. Our time is gradually running out.
Wow.
Local government elections are around the corner. You are a leader in your own right. As a governorship candidate of a party, even though your faction is said to be dissolved, would your faction contest for the forthcoming local government election?
Absolutely.
How do you contest when you are not recognized?
Who says we're not? Who
The
says
national APC.
No. Okay. So
Ganduje-led APC.
So let us correct this aspect of it.
Okay.
As long as you are a card-carrying member of a party, you have a right to contest. Nobody can stop you contesting. Unless you're going to say that the party is going to sit down, write results, and they're going to do all sorts of 419 to prevent people from entering. But if we're going to have elections, we will contest those elections.
All right. Let's hear from the last caller here on the program. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Oh, no. Please, we don't condone this on this program. Turn down your volume, the volume of your TV set, please.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. You are such a rich man. So one is wondering, what gift can you accept from anybody?
No,
if the governor calls you to give you contract, will you accept to do it?
No. In the whole run-up of all of this, there are many times, oh, let us settle, let us pay you. How much did you? No.
Well, you actually approached.
Of course.
For settlement.
It's normal in politics. It's absolutely normal. You spend money, let us pay you and pull out of this case. And, that is not what we're here for. We're here to develop River State. And when you put your money where it is, you put your money. As you know, I came in on this with two clear messages. The first aspect of it is that it's long term, 20 years. So that's what I went in, and that's what I'm going to do. By the time I'm 70, we'll decide what we're doing next.
All right. In 30 seconds, address Rivers people.
My people, you know, it's time for us to develop. We've been very hungry. Poverty has been very rife. Violence has been what we have always been known for. Now we have changed that dynamics. Peace is here. Development is possible. We can make it, and we will make it together. So please join hands with me as we begin to move River State forward. This is our time. This is our century.
All right. This is our time. This is our century. Architect Tony Cole, MNI, 2023 Rivers APC governorship candidate. Thank you so much. We feel honored to have you on studio.
Solomon, it's been a big pleasure.
Thank you so much.
God bless you.
Thank you. My name is Solomon Nelson Braid. We'll join you again same time tomorrow. We shall bring you another guest on the program. Bye-bye. Stewardship with SNB. Stewardship with SNB.
Is out of balance. Nigeria is one of the great nations of Africa. Oil